The Battle of Ascalon and its effect on the Crusaders. The Battle of Ascalon, fought on August 12, 1099, was a critical engagement in the aftermath of the First Crusade. Coming only weeks after the capture of Jerusalem, the battle solidified Crusader control over the Holy City and demonstrated their military might against a superior Muslim force. It was a pivotal moment that defined the Crusaders' position in the Levant and shaped the geopolitical landscape of the region. This essay will analyze the context, events, and effects of the Battle of Ascalon, highlighting its significance for the Crusaders and their broader objectives. Background and context. The First Crusade was launched in 1095 by Pope Urban II at the Council of Clermont. Its primary aim was to reclaim Jerusalem and the Holy Land from Muslim control. By July 15, 1099, after a grueling campaign marked by severe hardships and fierce resistance, the Crusaders achieved their goal with the dramatic capture of Jerusalem. The fall of the city sent shockwaves throughout the Muslim world, galvanizing rulers to respond. One of the first major responses came from the Fatimid Caliphate, which ruled over Egypt and parts of Palestine. The Fatimids, who had taken Jerusalem from the Seljuk Turks shortly before the Crusaders' arrival, sought to reclaim the city and prevent the Crusaders from establishing a lasting foothold. Under the leadership of Vizier Al-Afdal Shahanshah, the Fatimids gathered a massive army, estimated to number between 20,000 and 50,000 men, and marched north to confront the Crusaders. Their goal was to retake Jerusalem and reassert Muslim dominance over the region. In contrast, the Crusader army, led by Godfrey of Bouillon, numbered around 10,000 men, including knights, infantry, and non-combatants. Despite their smaller numbers, the Crusaders were buoyed by their recent victories, their religious zeal, and their determination to defend Jerusalem at all costs. The Battle of Ascalon. Preparation and strategy. The Crusaders learned of the Fatimid army's approach through reconnaissance and intelligence. Realizing the imminent threat, Godfrey of Bouillon quickly assembled the Crusader forces in Jerusalem and marched to meet the Fatimids near Ascalon, a strategically important coastal city in modern-day Israel. Godfrey's strategy relied on speed and surprise. The Crusaders intended to strike the Fatimid army before they could launch an assault on Jerusalem. Despite being outnumbered, the Crusaders believed their superior discipline, battlefield experience, and unwavering faith would carry the day. The battle began with the Crusaders launching a surprise attack on the Fatimid camp at dawn. The element of surprise played a crucial role in disrupting the larger and more organized Fatimid forces. The Crusaders, using their heavily armed knights as a shock force, charged into the camp, sowing chaos among the Fatimid soldiers. The Fatimid army, despite its size, was caught off guard and failed to mount a coordinated defense. The Crusaders exploited this disarray, driving the Fatimids into retreat. Many soldiers were killed as they fled, and the battle quickly turned into a rout. The victory at Ascalon was decisive. The Fatimid army was effectively neutralized, and their hopes of retaking Jerusalem were dashed. The Crusaders captured significant amounts of booty, including horses, weapons, and supplies, which bolstered their resources and morale. Effects on the Crusaders. 1. Securing Jerusalem. The immediate impact of the Battle of Ascalon was the preservation of Crusader control over Jerusalem. The defeat of the Fatimid army eliminated the most immediate threat to the newly established Kingdom of Jerusalem, allowing the Crusaders to consolidate their hold on the city and surrounding territories. The victory also solidified Godfrey of Bouillon's position as the leader of the nascent Crusader state. 2. Establishing Crusader authority. The Battle of Ascalon demonstrated the Crusaders' military effectiveness and reinforced their reputation as formidable warriors. This reputation deterred potential Muslim attacks in the short term and helped the Crusaders gain support from local Christian communities. The victory also strengthened the morale of Crusader forces, many of whom saw the battle as a sign of divine favor. 3. Strategic implications. While the battle was a tactical success, the Crusaders failed to capitalize fully on their victory by not capturing Ascalon itself. The city remained under Fatimid control and became a base for future Muslim offensives. This oversight would prove to be a long-term strategic weakness for the Crusaders, as Ascalon continued to threaten the security of the Kingdom of Jerusalem for decades. 4. Unity and fragmentation. The victory at Ascalon highlighted both the unity and the divisions within the Crusader ranks. On the one hand, the shared success reinforced the sense of camaraderie among the Crusaders. On the other hand, disputes over the spoils of war and the failure to agree on the fate of Ascalon revealed underlying tensions between leaders like Godfrey of Bouillon, Raymond of Toulouse, and others. 5. Legacy and propaganda. The Battle of Ascalon became a powerful symbol of Crusader triumph. It was celebrated in chronicles and sermons across Europe, reinforcing the perception that the Crusaders were fulfilling a divine mission. This narrative helped inspire future crusading efforts and encouraged more recruits to journey to the Holy Land. Long-term consequences. The victory at Ascalon marked the end of the First Crusade, but it was far from the end of the crusading movement. The Fatimid Caliphate's defeat temporarily stabilized the Crusader position in the Levant, but the Crusaders would face renewed challenges in the years to come, including the rise of powerful Muslim leaders like Saladin. The failure to secure Ascalon itself would haunt the Crusaders, as the city became a launching point for Muslim counterattacks. Despite these limitations,